Okay, hello first graders. Today we're looking at lesson 10-4. They're asking us to add tens and ones using an open number line today. Yesterday we were using a hundreds chart. Today's going to be an open number line, and we're going to find that on page 561. So if you can please take out your book and your pencil. I'm going to share my workspace with you here. You can see Daniel is on that page. And again, it's lesson 10-4. The page number is 561. There we go. And I'm going to read the directions up here as you follow in your book. It says, use this number line to solve for 43 plus 6. Okay, so that's the equation that we're being asked to solve for. And here's our number line. I know that I'm going to start with my bigger number, and then I'm going to jump by ones. And because I'm adding 6, I'm going to be jumping by ones 6 times. Okay, it's going to look like this. So I'm starting at 43. I'm going to jump plus 1, and I land at 44. Okay, now I'm going to jump plus 1 again. And from 44, I land at 45. Okay, here I am at 45. I'm going to jump plus 1. And I'm going to land at 46. Okay, so let's see what we've done so far. We started at 43, right? And I know I need to jump 6 ones. So far, we've jumped 1, 2, 3 ones. But I need to jump 6 altogether. So I know I need to jump 3 more, right? Okay, so here we are at 46. I'm going to jump plus 1 again. And this time I land at 47. All right, I jump plus 1. And this time I land at 48. And plus 1. And I land at 49. So I started at 43. That was my first add-in. I jumped 6 ones. Let me make sure that it's a little brighter there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I landed at 49. So 43 plus 6 more equals a sum of 49. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more examples and practice on the next page. Up at the green boxes, here's Daniel here, and the directions say use an open number line to find 25 plus 4. Okay, and Daniel tells us I can count by ones. So we're starting again with our first add-in, 25, right? And we're going to add 4. So we jump plus 1 and land at 26. Plus 1 again, we land at 27. Plus 1 again, we land at 28. And plus 1 again, we land at 29. So you see I started with my first add-in, jumped 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and landed at 29 for my sum. Okay? All right, so this is a little bit of a review because we've practiced open number lines counting by ones before. Now we're going to take a look at the next number line, which is going to have us counting by tens. So notice the equation that I'm solving for is 25 plus 30. And 30 is a 10, right? How do I know that? Because I can show base 10 blocks, 10, 20, 30. 3 tens is equal to 30. Okay, so when I jump, instead of jumping by ones, I'm going to be jumping by tens. So here I'm starting at 25, right? And I'm going to jump 30. So 110, 25 plus 10 takes me to 35. How can I show that with base 10 blocks? Well, 30, right? And I'm just adding 110. That's what I'm doing each time. So 25 plus 10 is going to give me 35. Now I'm going to jump plus 10 more. I'm going to land at 45. And plus 10 more, I'm landing at 55. Because each time I'm just adding one more 10. So 25 plus 30 gives me a total of 55. Okay, all right, let's take a peek at the guided practice together. It's asking us to add using the number lines. So number 1, 37 plus 30. So here we know we need to add 30, which is a 10. And how many tens is it? How would I represent 30? 10, 20, 30. It's 3 tens, right? So I'm going to have to jump 3 tens all together. So here I'm starting at 37, my first add-in. And I'm going to start by jumping 1 10 plus 10. And I land at 47. Okay, now I'm going to jump another plus 10. And this time I'm landing at 57. And I know I need 3 tens all together, so I'm going to jump plus another 10. And this time I land at 67. So 37 plus 30 gives me a sum of 67. There we go. Okay, well, let's look at number 2. I see 26 plus 50. So I'm going to start at 26, and I know I'm going to need to add 50. How many tens is that? Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going to be jumping 5 tens. So here we go. We're starting at 26. And I'm going to jump plus 10. And that will have me land at 36. Right? My tens are just getting bigger by 1 10. So I'm at 36, and I'm going to jump plus 10 again. And now I'm landing at 46. I'm going to do another plus 10. 46 plus 10, I'm going to land at 56. Okay, let's do another plus 10. 56 plus 10, I'm going to land at 66. Now notice I know I need to jump 5 tens, right? How many have I jumped so far? 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. So I know I need one more. Plus 10. 66 plus 10 takes me to 76. So now I've done 26. I started with my first add-in plus 5 tens, which is 50, gave me a sum of 76. So my answer here is 76. Okay. All right. So you will notice that today in your independent practice, on some of them, you're going to be jumping by tens, and on some of them, you're going to be jumping by ones. It's going to depend on the equation. So the directions ask us to add using the number lines. So if I look at number 3, I see 11 plus 8. Well, I don't have any tens there, so I know I'm going to be adding by ones. I want to start with my bigger number, and I want to add the rest by ones. So I'm going to start with 11, and I'm going to jump 8 ones to get my sum. Okay, sorry, make that look a little neater. There we go. Okay, and then once you get the sum, you can write it here. Now notice number 4. Number 4, the equation is 40 plus 16. Well, this time I do have a 10, don't I? 40 is a 10. So for this one, I'm going to start at 16, and I'm going to jump 40. How many tens is that? 10, 20, 30, 40. It's 4 tens, right? So I'm going to jump a total of 4 tens for this one. Okay. Number 5, I also see a 10 there. This one I'm going to be starting at 48. And I'm going to be jumping 2 tens for this one, right? Because I'm adding 20, and 20 is 10, 20. It's 2 tens altogether. Okay. When I look at 6, I see I have 22 plus 7, so I don't have a 10 here. So in that case, I'm going to be starting with my bigger number, 22, and I'm going to be jumping plus 7. Okay. So it's important to notice if you're jumping by ones or if you're jumping by tens. And so we just kind of went through and we marked where we're going to start, and then how many you're going to be jumping by, either ones or tens. Okay, let's take a look at the higher order thinking, number 7. It's asking us to write an addition equation using a 2-digit number and a 1-digit number. Then solve by showing your work on the number line. So you are going to be able to write any equation that you want. Okay, just know that one of the add-ins has to be a 2-digit number. So for example, 37 or 52 or 61. Any of those numbers would fit there because they're all 2 digits. Okay, and to that you need to add a 1-digit number. So 8, 5, 1. Any of those would work because they all have 1 digit. And then you're going to find the answer and write it here in the equation. And the way you're going to solve is using this number line. So you'll start here with your 2-digit number, and then you'll jump however many ones you decide to add. Okay, that's the directions there for number 7. All right, guys, we are done with what we need to cover for today. This is new, so give yourself some time and patience. If it's confusing, don't worry, we can talk about it at our Google Meets. Until then, I hope you guys have a really great rest of the day, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.